If I could only take one thing with me and we were fleeing, I would take my engagement ring. It's the one thing for me that means the most. It means hope for me and love and sacrifice and really a future. So that's what I would take with me to get me through everything that I might have to go through.
If I was a refugee and I could only take one thing, I would take my cats and I would wrap them very tightly and I would stick a lighter and a cell phone in between them so I could find things, call people, and make a fire so I could eat.
If I could only bring one thing with me and I had to leave my house immediately, I think nowadays the one thing that holds all of my memories and my pictures is my computer, my hard drive. I used to print out pictures when I was a kid, but now everything, all of my memories and special moments in my life are there, so that would be what I would take with me.
If I had to flee my home, I would take this portrait of the 4 generations in my family, of men. It's basically my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my father, and me when I was probably maybe about 3 years old. And it's probably one of the only big portraits that I have of the 4 of us together, and I would take that with me.
If I had to flee my home, I would take my baby, Pinky. She's my bunny rabbit, and I got her for Easter when I was 3 years old. She reminds me of my childhood.
If I had to flee my home, I would take a blanket that my mother had knitted me that I wrap myself up in whenever I'm sick and feeling lonely and missing home. So I would definitely take that with me.
My mother was kidnapped and my father was taken by OLF. I don't remember the year, I was so young. My father was killed and my mother was kidnapped and was taken away. There's a time I was also taken because of politics, because of what my father was involved in. I was jailed, I was raped. It was at night, I was in the jail, it was dark, and I'm the only woman in that place. All surrounding me are men. So it hurts. I cried, but it won't change anything. They just jailed me for 1 week, but from there, I found myself to be pregnant. I couldn't stay in that village. It's shame. They might kill me. The religious leader might kill me. So what I did is to escape. But before I escape, when my grandmother immediately died, they came. They took me again. That's how I get trapped in the jail. That's how I end up in the jail. They told me, if you get out of this place, if you say anything that happens to you, the next time that we come back, we'll just kill you, nothing else, no more. The time they took me, they tied me. I didn't know the jail that they took me in. And then when they brought me after a week, they also tie me again and then throw me. When they reached near our village, they throw me out. That woman who helped me to get who gave me some sense to come to the border is the one who helped me. She untied me and then she told me, this place is not safe for you, you better go. I told her, where? No, she told me, just go. So I told her, I don't have anywhere else to go, totally. So what I'm going to do, let them kill me, I'll just stay here. She said, no, I have some scent, I'll give you, you just go. So we came together. I didn't take anything from that house, even as a single cloth. So what I did, I followed her, she paid the driver, and then that's how I came to the border. That is Moyale. And then from there, I didn't ask anyone. I found a lorry. I know Oromo, those guys are Oromian, so I came to them. I told them, I want to go to Nairobi. Can you just help me? Reaching Nairobi, I don't know anyone. It was difficult for me. And then I started working I know how to make that Anjera, Ethiopian Anjera. I worked in the hotel. I was making that anjera to the owner. I was in the dark when I lost my parents. But at last, my future ends in happy. And the happy moment I have is that I have my mother here with me, right here with me. So I'm happy, happy, happy. So I wanted to tell this to the world. Even though we are refugees, we are real people. Despite being refugees, we can do a lot.